Welcome to Never Rewrites. I'm Isaac Askew.
And I'm Jeffrey Sherman. And today we're going to do 2025 year in review. Isaac,
Mm-hmm.
you have spent the last couple weeks pulling together the stats. I know the top line number, our main goal for the year was to produce 52 episodes. And we
Right.
produced 52 episodes. I think we each did 51. We were both out 1 week,
Oh,
different
yeah.
weeks. There was one where I couldn't make it, and then there was one where you were sick.
Mm-hmm.
We were filled in by Timo and Dustin.
Dustin, yeah.
But we
But
did it.
we still hit
52.
52.
We did 52 episodes.
I think the year prior we did like 50 or something. I think our commitment this year was to do one for every week. And we hit our goal.
Yes.
Thanks, listeners, for encouraging us to continue.
I think if we had set a goal of 50, we would have done 50 because there were some times where there was some dodgy work to get an episode out.
Yeah. I'm not going to worry too much about that.
Oh, I'm not worried at all. Some of the dodgy episodes were really, really good.
Yeah. And by dodgy, we just mean like we just invited somebody quickly and it's like, hey, you want to talk about some random stuff?
There were times when we were literally like, look, we need an episode for next week. And we got 15 minutes.
Yep.
Hit go, like pull something off the file.
Yep.
We have a spreadsheet with ideas that we have not done.
Right.
Or some of them are duplicates at this point where we're like, oh, remember, we already did that. No. We've hit the point where I don't remember all the episodes.
Perfect. All right. So we have this on Spotify. You know how you do like your year in review or the wrap.
The wrap. Yeah.
There's one for us for the podcasters as well, which is kind of cool. And I shared some of that, like the words that we use the most. I think code was the word code. They had like a whole series of snapshots of us saying the word code per episode, and it was kind of funny. But I have it pulled up now, and I'm looking at. I'm going to choose a date range from I think the beginning of this year. Just that way we're not corrupting the data from the year prior, and it looks like from January 1st of 2025 to today, 2026. We got 14 followers. Woo! Not bad, 14.
It's more than negative.
587 plays. Our graph.
And that's just on Spotify, we should point out.
This is just on Spotify, yeah.
Like, I don't listen to us on Spotify. I listen to us on Apple, who does not give us numbers.
Well, they do. Yeah. No. We'll go to that one next.
Okay.
But yeah, June 16th, we had the most plays. There's like a big spike. It looks like just normal kind of up and down wave. And on June 16th, there's a huge spike of the most plays. We went from like 10 plays a day to like 40 that day. So what did we release?
What came out on June 16th?
Let's look back.
Let's invite that person back.
Right? Let's see if I can pull up the episodes. June 16th. or maybe we published it right before. Let's see. June. Is that 6?
Yeah.
June. What did I say?
14th.
June. 16th is the most plays. June 16th, and then it looks like we published the consolidating tech stacks. Is it worth it? The one with Dustin on the 13th. A couple days prior. Maybe that one, or maybe there was a spike from someone listening to a different one. I wish it would show us what they listened to.
Yeah, that would be good.
I guess I can sort them. Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah. The graph is kind of weird. I have to choose a different date range for each one. For each graph.
They don't want to make it. You think they'd make it easier for us to know what people want, so that we could deliver more of it?
Nope.
No. We'll just have to keep delivering what we want to talk about, and see how far that gets us.
All right, we're almost there. Drum roll.
Stay on target.
Okay, let's see. Uh, no, this one says April 9th instead. Top episodes, weird. The Doge Social Security rewrite.
Oh, that was a good one.
Okay, that was actually just timely and political.
The,
So I'm sure.
there have been studies published in the last couple weeks which showed that the government spent more money than ever this year, and that Doge had no financial shrinkage impacts, but they have
Yeah.
killed hundreds of thousands of children.
Yeah. So apparently that episode was spicy enough to get. I mean, that makes sense. You
Yeah.
talk about code enough, everyone's like, "Oh, yawn." I get it. Don't rewrite, and then like suddenly
Yeah.
you have an episode that's like,
Social
we
Security.
don't like, we're not even that, like something just in the news politically. So it makes sense that we had a spike there. Yeah, I don't know why the graph is incongruent. So, like, one of them is just number of plays, and the other one is number of streams and downloads, which apparently is different. The stream is different from a play. Don't know why, but the streams and downloads is in April, and the plays is in June. And I don't see a spike in June at all on the other graph. So, whatever. Either way, let's go to episode rankings.
Okay.
Episode 1 is still our most streamed. Episode 1, 84.
That makes sense. People probably go back to the beginning and then like, oh wow, these guys started off, they were not as good as they are now.
Maybe. But episode 4 is number 2. Then 78.
4 is a good one. Which one's 78?
4 is Nozomi. 78 is front-end modernization. Is rewriting your front-end, or is modernizing your front-end considered a rewrite? Episode 3, Why You Hate Testing, is 4. The Sonos episode is number 5 out of all time, which is episode 89. That was this year. And then interestingly enough, so we have our top 10. Let's see. Episode 1, 4, 3, and 2 are in our top 10. The rest of them are all from this year. Episode 127, Pains Caused by Differing Abstractions, part 1 and 2. That made the list.
So it's interesting. I'm looking at the YouTube rankings, and not all the early episodes were on YouTube. I don't think episode 1 was on there at all. Yeah. But according to YouTube, our most popular episode of all time is episode 21, where you talked about imposter syndrome. With 880 views.
Let me talk about that in a second. I got a couple of them pulled up.
Okay.
But yeah, just finishing off this one here is episode 127, Pains Caused by Differing Abstractions. Episode 120, Bad Testing and Releases. Let's see. Bad testing and release practices are cultural problems, not technical problems. That's from September. 131, Rewrites from a Product Perspective, Mark Mendel. Episode 121,
We've got a
helpful analogy for understanding legacy code and tech debt. And then episode 88, Creating a Culture of Continuous Improvement with Eric Inge.
Inge, yeah. Which I did not know when I worked with him, by the way. I only learned how to pronounce his name later. Because I never said his name out loud. I always just typed it.
We have, in the last 90 days, 70% of our listeners are male and 30% are female. Okay. And then 70% are from the United States. We've got a couple of Irish and Dutch listeners and Canada, Australia. Interesting.
That one could entirely be Active Campaign employees.
Interesting. All right, let's move on to Apple Analytics. So let's see. How can I sort this out? I see we have 38 followers, but I don't see. Okay, last 60 days. I see. I can't sort in the last for the year. I can only sort all time or the last 60 days. Their analytics are also kind of terrible.
It's like they don't care.
It's like they don't care about. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you saw their UI, they don't. Top cities: Chicago and Denver. Makes sense.
That's us.
That's where we are. And New York City is 3rd, and London is 4th. LA is 5th. Recent episodes. I can't even sort by top episodes. How about click the performance tab? Ooh, man, this is awful.
We should do a hate-a-thon on Apple. That'll get us some
It's like
some
they don't
singe,
care to let us
some
know
sizzle.
what's trends. Okay, here's the trends graph. All right, we're skipping this and going to YouTube. This is terrible.
That's right.
All right, analytics. So cool. Wow, I can view last 7 days, 2890, or 365, or a lifetime, or all of 2025. Excellent. Good job, Google, for providing me what I actually want to see without me having to specify. So last 365 days, I'm sorting by that now. We got 1,676 views in the last year. Our watch time has gone up 87% more, 132 hours, 87% more than last year. We got 21 subscribers this year, which is less than how much we got last year.
Still positive.
Views 1,700, 60% more than previous year. Top content this year, episode 115, The Beautiful Feedback Loops with Spria Tucker. That was a good episode.
That was a good episode.
And then the next one, episode 100, Detecting BS as a Non-Technical Founder. That was with Dustin.
That was a good episode too.
Actually, the average view duration is higher on that one. The other one got more views, but drop-offs midway through, whereas most people...
It's interesting. Those are about the same length. They're both about 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was more engaging, apparently, with Dustin. And then third is episode 96, Inverting the Testing Pyramid. That was with Rob, my colleague. Awesome.
That was one of those last-minute episodes, by the way.
Yeah.
For those of you paying attention at home, that was definitely we need an episode. Let's call somebody.
Well, there's a trend here. Our top 5 episodes are all episodes with guests. There's Nick, I forgot how you say his last name, Garachi? A core engine rewrite.
Yes.
And then 2 of them are with Dustin. Yeah. Then episode 89, number 6 is the Sonos rewrite. And then the Social Security one is 7. So interestingly enough, the ones that were by far the most popular are the ones with guests, which makes sense because they probably shared it with their social networks and stuff too.
That makes sense. Yeah, we should. I think us talking about rewrites in the wild seems to be a good thing. We should try to get more of those.
Right. Okay. Average view duration, 4 minutes. That's the patience. That might be good to keep in mind. If the average view duration is 4 minutes before people lose interest, then perhaps we shorten our episodes and get to the meat and potatoes faster. Or I can do some editing to remove some of the empty spaces and silence, which is easier to do with Riverside. But yeah, but that's also view duration on YouTube. It may not reflect the listening duration on pure streaming audio instead of trying to have the video pulled up.
Well, lots of podcasts kind of do a front loading where they take the most salient 30 seconds and they tell you, this is what you're going to learn if you listen to this episode.
Something like that might be a good way to adjust.
But on the other hand, that's more effort. And as we know, we are a low production value kind of system here.
76% of the people who watched us are not subscribed to our channel.
That makes sense.
You should encourage them to subscribe.
We never do. We keep saying we should encourage people to subscribe, and we never do. Smash that subscribe button, people.
Yeah. Maybe our New Year's resolution will be to put more engaging stuff like that at the very beginning or the end of the videos. If you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please like and rate the episode. Or like one person left a comment 2 years ago. I think it was. I forget who it was. Danny, I think, from Active Campaign, an old Active Campaign employee, left a comment, but no one really engages with like leaving ratings or comments or answering questions and polls that we put up on Spotify. 43% watch from mobile phone, 35% from computer, 16% from the TV. Interesting. 4% from a tablet. They probably have it on autoplay on YouTube, and then it just kind of,
it sneaks up on them.
goes to us from there. I can't see somebody going, man, I should put up, Never Rewrite on the big screen and really watch these guys tonight. little
Yes.
bottle of wine.
Bottle of wine. Let me hear Isaac's dulcet tones and mock Jeffrey's bad camera.
Excellent. All right, trends. Let's see. That's just a tab for get ideas for your next video. What people are looking for. An engineering leadership podcast. Appropriate problems for neural networks. Decision theory problems and solutions. Sensorless
Fair.
problem in artificial intelligence.
No.
I think an engineering leadership podcast we could probably talk about. The other ones are all AI related, so I don't think. Or neural
But
networks.
we've had a number of AI episodes, and we do a lot about decision science.
Yeah.
Because everything about a rewrite is it's all about a game theory decision science kind of problem. Whether or not we don't discuss it in those terms, but those are what we're talking about.
Financial intelligence for entrepreneurs. Why most developers never improve. It's like under what people are looking for. Why most developers never improve.
These are things we have talked about.
Huh. All right. Yeah. Okay. So that's last year. So for the upcoming year, I think, maybe we should reflect on some of these stats and get to the point faster. Maybe we say like and subscribe and encourage people to do those things. Maybe at the very beginning when we talk about this, we say what the episode is about, but we don't really say what you can learn. So maybe, if you listen to this episode, you'll learn this and that.
Yeah, but most of the time I don't know what you're going to learn. I know we're going to talk about.
You might learn.
But until we actually go through the conversation, I don't know. Because I would say at least half the time, our conversations go in an entirely different direction.
Yeah.
Like if I was just up here rambling at a solo podcast, the episodes would be wildly different than you and me talking through a problem. Right. Me talking to myself is going to be very different. It's all what, echoes in my head, which it's all awesome. Don't get me wrong. It's perfect. Everything in my head is perfect. But it's, perhaps less fleshed out.
Okay. Well, I think maybe the other thing too is maybe shorter episodes, like with the exception of guests. I think if we have something to talk about, like keeping it short and sweet. It seems like the longer we talk about it, the less people stay engaged.
Yeah, I know last year we were shooting for 15-minute episodes when it was just you and me.
Yeah.
And I think just glancing at the YouTube stats, it looks like we were clocking in closer to 18.
Yeah.
18 to 20. So maybe we make it a real point to slim it down to 15.
If it's just us. Yeah.
If it's just us.
I don't want to rush the guests because we get harder to choose the info.
When guests are there, I want a 45-minute episode. I want people to suffer. I mean, love every minute of going through this with us. Because honestly, we've got to get Spria back. We've got to get what was the
one of our most recent ones. We had a great conversation. It was your sister's
Sophia.
coworker.
We've got to get Spria, Sophia, and Mark. Mm-hmm. We've got to get those three back because I could do 3 more episodes with each of them.
Totally. Well, on that note, we're at 18, almost 19 minutes.
Yeah, 19 minutes. So smash that subscribe button.
Smash the like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Rate us a 5 out of 5, please, on every network that you can rate us on.
I think even if you don't want to give us a 5, rate us anyway. I think that still helps. I think we're better off with ratings that are like 4 or 5, 3s. Maybe even if
otherwise
you hate
we
us.
look fake. Like they can't all be 5-star. Give us a couple of 4 stars. Give us something to work for.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening.
Tell us
everybody.
what you like and don't like. We're here to convince you not to rewrite software.
We can really echo your message to at least 30 people.
Yes.
That's powerful.
Well, more importantly, let me throw it out there. If you're working at a place and someone is thinking about doing a rewrite and you want to try and talk them out of it, we are here. We are here to be Dr. Phil for you and your coworker. and we
Yeah.
can.
Instead of just listening to the episodes, like if you know somebody who's like, we should rewrite everything. Just be like, here's our problem. Hop on the show, and before you even start that project, we'll talk you out of it.
Yeah, or not. There are a few legitimate reasons to do a rewrite.
Never rewrite asterisk.
I think we've got two, right? It's number one, the technology that you're using is dead.
Yep.
I think that's it. I think the number one, the one and only reason is that for whatever reason you cannot continue using the technology you're using.
Yeah, either dead or forced
Inappropriate.
limitations.
Like it's just not going to work.
Or like the Khan Academy one, where the Google imposed forced push to the new version of Python because they weren't supporting that anymore.
So that's what I meant by dead. But yeah, like
one for some reason, dead, like no one uses the language at all, and the other one's like, Google's like, we're not going to support that old version anymore.
Whereas, I've had to do.
There's a distinction there. Yeah.
I did a rewrite once where the software was, I believe it was like literally OLTP connection to an Excel spreadsheet, and people would copy the spreadsheet through a share file, and then it would run, and that does not scale. Like that was the problem. That literally does not scale. You cannot move that past a certain point. You're going to have to, put a server in the middle to do the computations.
That might be a good episode, actually. The idea of like intentionally choosing sloppy, unscalable things for an MVP, then suddenly the MVP is useful. People like it. But, I think we talked a little bit about that briefly. But like in that case, are you even rewriting? It's more like that might be, that's a good one to kind of tease out. Maybe we'll do that one next.
I'm going to write it right now onto the list. That list that we mentioned.
If you literally can't solve the problem because you intentionally hamstrung yourself to test something out by an MVP, and then now you have to write it the real way, is that considered a rewrite, or are you actually just implementing it for the first time? Rewrites. Okay. Well, welcome 2026 here. Thanks everybody for listening.
Thank you all for listening. I'm Jeffrey Sherman.
I'm Isaac Askew, and this has been another great year of Never Rewrite.
Thank you very much.